I look back that when I started with Ajiliyaa or with my career, I started in late 30s. So then I feel that,
That's what? You started in your late 30s? I need them to look at their workout as कि कुछ नहीं करना है, जाना है, 10 मिनट वॉक करना है, आ जाना है. That is also a workout.
Welcome to Women of Ajiliyaa, the podcast that celebrates women making a difference in the world. I am Ajita, Italiya, the owner and creative director of Ajiliyaa, and I'm excited to introduce our next guest, Nilparna Sen. She is a renowned personal fitness trainer and CEO who empowers women to live their best lives. We'll be discussing the importance of fitness for women, challenges in the fitness industry, and how Nilparna overcame them. So grab your coffee and join us for this fun and inspiration episode. It's a pleasure to have you, Nilparna, here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So let's just shoot with some questions. I'm so excited to ask you, to get to know more stories from you. So
glad to be here. Glad to be here. I'm very surprised to see you taking my interview. I mean, it's an honor. I'm not just happy to be here. I'm absolutely honored.
My pleasure.
So very excited.
Yeah. So let's get started. So Nilparna, I've heard that you were bound. You were an MBA bound woman.
Yes.
But then everything like suddenly took a U-turn, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
What was it?
So what happened? So I come from a family of typical scholars, typical people in academia. I come from a typical Bengali family, right? So ever since I was a kid, I was drilled that you have to follow this particular path. You either be a doctor or an engineer or a top professional somewhere, or you do an MBA, you get into the best MBA college, and you basically be be a great professional, right? So I come from an advertising background, right? So I did my graduation, I did my master's in advertising, and I thought what I wanted out of life was a very good job in a corporate, and I basically thought I was meant for the rat race, right? And that time I always found myself looking forward to the weekends. Okay, ठीक है चलो 8 घंटे हो गए खत्म हो गया what's the next big pay, how do I get a better pay, rather than really enjoying my work, right? So I was preparing for my MBA, and that's when I had a year in Surat and I was empty, and I thought, why not join a gym? कि कुछ करने को नहीं है सूरत में क्या करे, so पढ़ ही रही हूँ तो let's join a gym. And that changed my life. It absolutely changed my life, right? So for the first time, I saw that hey, you know what? You can take things in your control, and if you really work hard at something, you're going to see the result. Absolutely. So nothing is as immediately gratifying as fitness or any physical activity or any physical challenge. So I'm sure you work hard at it, and you have had amazing achievements in running, right? And nothing beats that feeling. And what that does is, like any physical transformation or any physical achievement, what that does is it translates onto other areas of your life.
Yeah.
So I used to be a girl as an MBA. I was always a scholar. I was always good at studies. I was always good at my job, fairly good at my job. But I always used to have a very wild lifestyle. Okay, a lot of partying, a lot of weekends, and sleeping at 4 a.m. And with fitness, it changed. Okay, right. Instead of sleeping at 4 a.m., I used to wake up at 4 a.m. Right, absolutely. And I found a version of me that was super hardworking, that was super disciplined, and all of that discipline showed in other areas of my life. So I thought, hey, if fitness is giving me this much, why not give it back?
Wow.
And it was a practical decision. It was not purely an emotional decision. I saw that there is a huge gap in the fitness industry, and it was growing, and there were not enough coaches that were qualified. Everybody who was a professional, everybody who was training us, they did not really know what they were doing, right. And they were not big inspirations themselves. So I thought, this story, my story, has to be passed on, and millions of people have to experience it.
Wow.
And why not get into this industry instead of being an advertising professional when there are millions of other advertising professionals? Who is there in this industry? So I made the switch.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my origin story. I wanted to give back, so I made the switch, and good things have happened ever since.
Amazing. It is like, I mean, no one can think of like, going from an MBA to, it's a drastic U-turn, right?
Absolutely.
Amazing to know
But
that.
then on the same note, I mean, people go for an MBA because they want success in terms of their financial health, in terms of their popularity or whatever, right? I think not to brag, but I think in the fitness industry, just because I chose my passion, just because I chose my calling, and I was really dedicated to whatever I was doing, I think my what I'm getting financially out of this is way more than what an MBA graduate from a very good college is getting. So I think I did the right choice. I made the right choice.
So, I mean, I think education does not matter that much. It is important, but then your I mean, what do we say? आपकी खूबी मतलब that is your passion, and that matters a lot. Like I would like to say that you might not know, I am just 12 pass.
Wow.
So that's what I have experienced now, that when I look back to the years, and I got married very early, and I got kids also at an early age. So then I've been handling kids, and now I look back that when I started with Ajiliyaa or with my career, I started in late 30s. So then I feel that
that's what, you started in your late 30s?
Yeah, I was a complete housewife for so many years.
Now this is inspiring. This is inspiring. It's never too late.
So that is what, after that, when I experienced this, I never pushed my kids for studies. I mean, because then pushing them for studies also is like spoiling a relation with them. If they are meant to do it, they will do it.
Yes. Yes.
And they are doing very, very well. I mean, but I don't need to push them. Like how some parents are, after their kids, like how you said, from your family that you had pushing that, a doctor or an MBA. Yes. So that is what I feel. I mean, your passion and your intentions matter a lot.
True. And especially today, in today's times, when there are so many opportunities, whatever you want to do can be capitalized on. Whatever you want to do, there is a market for it.
Yeah, that's
so. I think education is really obsolete.
Yeah.
Now.
And we are fortunate enough. I mean, the young generation is fortunate enough now that they have so many careers options, right?
Yes.
Earlier, we didn't have that. So, I mean, they are fortunate enough.
Yes. True.
Yeah. So, how do you keep your workouts interesting and motivating?
Okay.
Because, workouts, I mean, it's not easy for everyone. I mean, thode time ke liye we feel that, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit, and then, you can't take it for a longer time. So, like, how do you get it interesting and motivating for yourself and your clients? Like, how do you motivate yourself and your clients to stay on track with their fitness goals? And what advice would you give to women who struggle with consistency in their fitness routine?
Right. So it's the biggest problem in the fitness industry. Consistency, and we hear it from everywhere that you don't you have to be disciplined, you have to be consistent. Consistency is all that matters. Ye karna hi padega, right? But nobody is telling us that consistent kaise banna hai. I know I want to be consistent. Okay, you tell it to thousands of people, all influencers, every fitness trainer tells you to be consistent, but they forget that client ko bhi yahi chahiye. Everybody wants to be consistent, but kare kaise? Now, the answer to this question is the exact opposite of what other people think it is. So people think consistency is about willpower. People think consistency is about, pushing it when you don't feel like doing. Right? Consistency is actually about the opposite. So when you think of a workout, right? So today I worked out, tomorrow I worked out, 5 days I worked out. On the 6th day, I don't feel like working out.
Right.
On the 6th day, you think of workout as this very intense 1 hour session where you're going to be very sore, you're going to have to push it hard, and you need a lot of willpower. I need people to look at their workout in a completely different manner on that 6th unmotivated day, right? I need them to look at their workout as कि कुछ नहीं करना है, जाना है, 10 minute walk करना है and आ जाना है. That is also a workout.
Right.
So the key is not more discipline, more willpower. The key is less. The key is shrinking the workout in your head. And that's what's worked for me. I don't do 60 minutes, 80 minutes, 100 minutes workouts every day. When on the days I feel like it, I train for 5 hours, okay? And I'm an athlete, so I train for 5 hours.
Right.
But then I think 365 days mein se 150 days aise hain that I've only been able to train for 15 minutes. But even those 15 minutes, getting that 15-minute ka workout in makes sure that I come to the gym every day. And that is what's important.
Yeah.
People think that खाली जिम में जाके 15 मिनट ट्रेडमिल करके 5 मिनट स्क्वाट करके क्या ही होगा. होगा. The magic is in that. You do 15 minutes into 150 days and your body is going to change. Right.
And eventually you've been building up that with your body, right? Because in between when you have like less workouts, but then the body is still working after that.
Exactly. So even if you go to the gym or even if you just spend 15 minutes doing mobility drills, kuch mat karo, mobility drills, right? Like move your body in different directions.
Right.
Even that adds up over a very long period of time. How do I keep it interesting? So on the days that you don't feel like doing a weight training session, don't do a weight training session, yaar. Because how much are you going to push? So when you don't enjoy something and do it just for the reasons of discipline, be it diet, be it workout.
Right.
Let's say you do not want to have the boiled chicken, but trainer ne bola hai, karna hai, karo, right? You don't want to squat today, you don't want to weight train today, trainer ne bola hai, karna hai, karo, maar dalega. You'll do it for a month, you'll do it for 2 months, and the third month, if you don't enjoy it, it's going to break, and it's going to break in ways that you regain all the weight that you've lost.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to be able to work out for the next 1 year. It's just like a career.
Yeah.
It's just like a career. If you don't enjoy something, you're not going to be able to push hard enough.
Absolutely.
So choose, experiment with a lot of different things, like experiment with Pilates, experiment with running, experiment with yoga, do a lot of different things. And when you're in your demotivated days, just pick whatever you enjoy the most, and just do 15-20 minutes of it.
Yeah.
So that's my advice to everybody. That's how I basically manage my motivation discipline.
Oh, I mean, you're motivating me to do workouts also.
10 minutes. Just start with 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you know what? Usually what happens is वो 10 minutes कभी 10 minutes रहता ही नहीं है. 10 दिन में से वो 10 minutes का सोच के जाओगे, एक तो आप चले जाओगे because अरे 10 मिनट ही तो करना है, right? वो out of those 10 days, 9 days, you will never stop at 10. You will get an entire session in. So the solution is shrink the change.
Wow. So, what challenges have you faced as a woman in the fitness industry, and how did you overcome them? I mean, as we discussed, this fitness industry and being a woman, I mean, it's not easy to cope up with the, so how do you face it then?
Okay. So, there was this fable. This question gets asked a lot, right? And a lot of clients ask me that, and a lot of people around me ask me that how do you do it as a woman, right? So the fable goes like, there were two businessmen, there were two traders, okay? One goes to Africa and they were shoe traders basically. So one goes to Africa, comes back, and he's like, okay, I can't sell shoes because nobody wears shoes. The other one comes back and I'm like, dude, nobody wears shoes. I can sell as many shoes as possible, right? So it's basically how you look at what perspective, right? Yeah. I am the other businessman. I am the second businessman. So as a woman, I understand that nobody has done it before as a woman. Like having a business leader in fitness as a woman is a very different thing. But I've always made it work to my advantage. So there are benefits, there are perks to being a woman that a guy does not have. A, clients listen to you a lot more. you understand the software version of the client. So for
Absolutely.
example, a client comes to you and tells you that I am facing this emotional issue, which is why I cannot work out. I don't think a man would be able to understand it as much as a woman.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And there are so many other perks. And just because I am a woman doing this, it got me a lot more leverage in business. That, hey, she's a woman. The same thing could be done by a man, and he would be taken in an ordinary way. But since I was doing it, since a woman was doing it, it just elevates the entire game. Right? So I have always taken it to my advantage. The only disadvantages that I faced was, I think it wasn't because I was a woman, but because I was the youngest fitness leader. So I led a company, like back in KG, I was appointed as the CEO at the age of 22.
Wow.
Okay, at the 22.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, like I did not know what was happening. I was just a very passionate, very hardworking, like I was always working. Even back then I was working for 19, 20 hours, okay, every single day. And Mr. Kalpesh Patel, he saw that and he was like, you know what, you can run this business. And I'm really grateful to him that he believed in me when I did not know how to believe in myself. So at 22, I was given this 50 crore business, right? And hey, run this 50 crore business. You have everybody, you have an entire team under you. The challenging part was the entire team was on an average 10 years elder to me. So that was a challenge rather than being a woman, right? So this is what I tell to most women, that if you look at yourself as a woman, कि मैं लड़की हूँ और मैं ये कर रही हूँ, then you're never going to go that far. Okay? You look at yourself as a person, like you are doing this job. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You have to first get rid of the bifurcation.
I think women are blessed with more powers, I mean, than males. I mean, because only women like are blessed to have to be a mother, right?
Yes.
To give birth to life. So, but then the thing is that you need to just recognize your abilities.
Correct.
You need to know your how potential you are, how capable you are. You need to know your capabilities.
Absolutely.
I mean, then I don't think there is a stop to anything then.
Absolutely. And another thing, as a business leader and as a coach, okay, women are way more maternal than men are, obviously. Now, that maternal instinct, it shows up in the way you lead the company. So you treat your employees like kids, right? And you don't look at him like a tool for making more money. You look at them as people you have to nurture. Right? People you have to grow.
True.
So if an employee is going through something or is not good at something, a man would look at it like, hey, kya nahi kar raha hai? Kyun nahi kar raha hai? Right? You're useless.
Yeah.
A woman would look at the same employee and would want to improve it, would want to work on his flaws, and would want to make that person, bring that person to a certain level.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
And that maternal instinct has helped me grow my company more than any other skill set of mine, hands down. So again, you have to use what you have to your advantage.
Of course. Absolutely.
Even as a coach. So let's say somebody's coming to me with, with severe self limitations, that मैं diet नहीं ही कर सकती, I cannot do this, I am not strong enough. Instead of looking at it like कि अब से कुछ नहीं होगा, you think of nurture. So the nurture element, bringing into business, bringing into fitness has been a game changer. No doubt.
Absolutely. I mean, the same thing we face here, it's a complete different thing. Like, suggesting outfits to clients. Like, clients come up, मैं तो मोटी हूँ, मेरा शेप ये है, मुझे ये अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. So it goes the same way, I mean, comforting them, nurturing them, and getting them more confidence about themselves, that they can carry things, so that is what I do here at the store as well, suggesting them with their body shape or the personal colors or something like that. So that is what we too face that.
And only a woman can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So How does it feel to break feminine stereotypes in the fitness industry? How do you feel about it? I mean, we spoke about like what challenges you faced as a woman, but then how do you feel about breaking the stereotypes?
So the thing is, I never thought of breaking stereotypes. I never thought of it. Okay. I always just did what I love to do. So let's say bodybuilding was a major stereotype that I broke. Like, you know, a woman getting into heavy lifting is a major thing that started with me in the city. Okay. I don't think women used to lift that heavy or women used to be muscular back in 2014, 15, right? And back in 2014, 15, I just started doing it. I started loving it. And I literally only did it for myself and not for the society, right? And a lot of people got inspired by it. And honestly, it feels great when you see that other women coming up to me and telling me that कि Nilparna मैम skinny नहीं बनना है, strong बनना है. Okay, कि skinny नहीं बनना है, muscular बनना है, tough लगना है. Okay, it's great, but I never did it with that purpose. I just did it to feel great, and I'm blessed to help them. But you know, breaking stereotypes, of course, I still get a lot of comments on यार थोड़ा लड़की टाइप बन जा, थोड़ा फेमिनाइन बन जाओ यार, थोड़ा ये ऐसा थोड़ी अच्छा लगता है लड़कियों में. But that percentage of people telling me all of this कि नहीं, this does not suit a girl is this much. And the percentage of people, because the world is changing at the fastest rate possible, the percentage of people who admire and respect that, dude, kya kar rahe ho? Yaar. And not just me, other women who lift heavy, other women who are breaking stereotypes, that percentage is this much. So for every 2 people telling me that, अरे यार ये लड़कियों पे सूट नहीं होता, there are 100 people who have evolved to a point that they appreciate such women. So I've always felt great. I've always had positive, because I think what you give to people, it reflects back on you.
I can see how, I mean, you're passionate about, you know, your work, and the way you're talking, I'm learning so much. I'm just having absolute fun.
It's mutual.
I can see all the energy. I can grab all the energy from you now. Okay, so we go to the next question.
Yeah.
How did you overcome a major setback in your career? What was your breakthrough point?
Okay, yeah. So this is known by the entire city. So in 2021, KG had to shut down, right?
Yeah.
Kalpesh bhai was moving to Dubai, and he was winding up all investments, and it had to shut down. And obviously KG Fitness was my life, right? Like, it was my baby, and a lot of livelihoods were dependent on it.
Yeah.
And I had an option whether to go to Dubai,
right,
or stay and take care of my team.
Right.
Because I had a lot of options personally. I had a lot of offers from Surat, from Dubai, from everywhere. My team had not. I had the biggest team in the country. Okay, I had a team of 50 people, 50 personal trainers, okay, and an entire administration staff. So 60, 70 people, where would they go? I decided to take care of them. I decided to not take the offers and do something for them.
Wow.
I got them placed at another company, okay, along with me. And just by the pure intent of thinking not just about yourself, but about everybody who has supported you, everybody who has grown with you, and everybody who you were responsible for, that got me such great luck. And we were all back to more than our previous income, more than our previous successes within a span of 6 months.
Wow.
So from KG to getting placed in another company, and I was very persuasive. I promised the company to get them great returns, and I promised to elevate whatever their level was. It was a huge win for the company because their standard of services that their clients faced was elevated to a lot of extent, and my entire team was earning more than it previously did. I was earning more than I previously did, and I think that was the most challenging but the most rewarding period of my life. And what that really taught me was that just move with pure intent, move with not just being selfish about your own progress, but about everybody who's connected to you.
Yeah, that's so inspiring.
Yeah, like that was the proudest moment I've had in my entire career.
Wow.
Like how you, like from zero, like you come crashing down to how you build it up with your people.
Don't you feel that, we need these kind of challenges? Then only, which I've gone through, I know that, if we have these kind of challenges, that makes us just shoot, like anything.
Yes. And now, so what really happens with setbacks is that no matter what you do in later in life, no matter what project you choose, you are not scared of zero.
Yeah.
You're not scared of zero. You've already faced it. You know what the worst is.
Yes.
So
true.
Go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Failure is not to be feared.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
Amazing. So what are some common misconceptions about fitness that you would like to dispel for our listeners?
Okay. So fitness is not six-pack abs. Okay, it is not getting in the dream body that you see in Bollywood, that you see in Hollywood.
Right.
Okay, it is not about being confident in being the typical conventional bikini body. It's not about having that, right? It is not about having a flat stomach. It is not about doing hours of cardio, and it is definitely not about being कि वो तो genetically gifted है. हाँ उसके तो genetics ही ऐसे हैं. It is about being the best version of yourself. So a lot of people think fitness is about patla hona. Most women think that. Most women think that when I get to this weight, I will be fit. It is about being a healthier version of yourself at whatever body weight. Now, I'm not saying be obese.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, have a body fat percentage of 50. All right. All I'm saying is that you can have that little tummy and be your fittest self. Right? Fitness is being able to do things.
Yeah.
Okay. So people work out with the mindset कि this workout, when I am being strong, when I am pushing weights, when I am doing cardio, when I'm sprinting, when I'm doing anything, it is making me thinner. Right? Change that mindset to I am running, I'm able to run. I'm able to run faster. I am lifting. I am able to lift better. I am sprinting. I am able to sprint better. Okay, I'm cycling. I'm able to cycle better. That high is going to be way more than the weight loss high.
Absolutely.
And what happens is when you take fitness as a challenge and not as a tool for weight loss, you are way more motivated. You are way more consistent, and you do it way more, and वो byproduct में वो weight loss हो ही जाता है.
Yeah.
So fitness is not about weight loss. Yeah. Fitness is about being able to do things.
Absolutely.
And I want everyone to change that mindset and see the magic happen.
Absolutely. I mean, as I told you, I was a housewife for years, and then this cycling thing happened. I mean, I wasn't aware of it when I went to Spiti Valley, and then there everybody was like, nobody's come here for cycling, and a woman here cycling here, I mean, it's strange. And literally the people who were traveling, and they came to know that that there's a group who's come for cycling. They wanted to see me, who is that woman who's come here in Spiti Valley for cycling. So
wow.
I mean, for me also it was a challenge for myself, because I had never been to such a adventure, or because taking care of the kids for so many years, and being a housewife, the lifestyle was great. I mean, I had never been to adventure, so it was a challenge for myself. So, and then when I got to know that I'm India's first lady to cross Spiti Valley on cycle, and then I just got my wings. And then I
Wow.
started my career.
Wow.
That I got to know how far I can go, how I can challenge myself, and what I can go across my limitations. So then I started with my career that I have to do something now, because I have that ability to do. If
That's
I can go to
magical.
Spiti Valley and cycle over there, which was very difficult. I mean, as people told,
You can do anything.
So then I thought I can do anything. I mean, so then I started with my career.
Dude, that's amazing. So it's a very similar story then. It's a very similar story. Like you take up a physical challenge and you fulfill that challenge, and then it gives you confidence, and then it completely changes your life.
And one thing that I had a slip disc issue earlier, and every 3-4 months I used to get it. And then after I started cycling, maybe I don't know, because of the cycling thing, or maybe because of my mind challenge, I mean, it's just gone. I never got back after that. I mean, the slip disc thing, I never got that back.
That's brilliant.
It just went.
That's brilliant.
I don't know how. I mean, maybe it's the fitness thing also helping it, like the cycling, and also maybe your mind that you are happy from within,
so you don't perceive the pain. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. So see, you did fitness for reasons other than weight loss. You saw fitness as something that is a challenge that has to be conquered, not weight loss. कि पतला नहीं होना है, ये dress में fit नहीं होना है. You saw it just so that you test your own ability, and this is magical. Your entire life changed after it.
And we were 22 of us in the group, and I was the only woman in the group.
Wow.
But I had my husband standing beside me. He was like, I'm there, we'll do it.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Brilliant.
So in retrospect, what advice would you give to your younger self who was struggling to find her passion and purpose in life?
Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good question. Very good question. So this is the advice that I would give to my younger self and everybody who's struggling in their late teens or early 20s. A lot of our decision-making process about not just our career but our lives is based on मम्मी ने क्या बोला था, पापा ने क्या बोला था, मेरे चाचा थोड़े से सक्सेसफुल है, उन्होंने क्या बोला था. So, and especially in India, we are a very collectivist society.
Or also friends. कि इसने ये किया है, तो उसके साथ I'll also do that. Yes, absolutely. So, and in India, सारे decisions हम लोग collectively लेते हैं. किससे शादी करनी है, collectively लो. क्या career करना है, collectively लो. कौन से कहाँ vacation जाना है, collectively लो. So what happens is that this used to work probably in previous generations when there were not a lot of options. So वो एक community build हो जाता था, हाँ सारे relatives ये कर रहे हैं, तो वो confidence मिलता था. Now there are millions of opportunities available, millions of job designs available. You want to be a guy who is interested in, let's say, flowers. You can build an entire business on bloody flowers, right? You are somebody who is interested in, let's say, very antique wood carvings. You can build a business in wood carvings. Look at the possibilities. They're endless, right? So I got stuck for a lot of years, choosing advertising, choosing MBA, choosing whatever, because I was listening to what my elders told me, right? I was thinking what would impress the society. I was thinking about what would impress my parents. Right.
Now, I understand your need for approval for parents, and I understand your need for approval for society. But you're not going to be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely.
So, if you really want to be a singer, if you really want to be a runner, if you want to be a carpenter, right? Just go for that without wasting a lot of time. You have to, for a very short period, you have to be above what people think of you. You have to be above सब ये बोल रहे हैं, मम्मी ये बोल रही है, वो ये बोल रहा है, and you are going to face failures for a very short term where you're not going to see a lot of money, and पेरेंट्स वापस आके बोलेंगे कहा था,
हाँ,
ये कहा था हमने,
कहा था हमने.
ठीक है?
They will be there to उनका
Make you
point.
question,
हाँ.
and you are going to question that for maybe a couple of years. You have to go through that struggle. So my advice to my younger self was that don't take advertising, man. क्यों कर रही है MBA यार? जा, तुमको जा जाना है, सोचना भी क्यों है, एक साल क्यों वेट करना है? Just delve into whatever is calling to you.
Yeah.
And figure it out. And then smart बनो कि इसको capitalize कैसे करना है, इसमें से पैसे कैसे कमाने हैं, फिर smart बनो. But वो initial वो excitement होना चाहिए. So do something that makes you excited getting out of the bed in the morning. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing something and तुमको alarm clock की जरूरत पड़ रही है the next day to wake up कि अरे यार जॉब पे जाना है, or if you're doing something that makes you look forward to the weekends, then I'm sorry, you're not going to be the best version of yourself.
True.
So वो society के वो approval या disapproval से बाहर आओ and do whatever you want to do. That is my biggest advice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a housewife for so many years, and someone just questioned me that what do you do? I said I look after the house and sometimes the school also and everything. But he still asked me, still, what do you do? So that really questioned me. And at the end of the day, you feel आपने क्या किया? सब कुछ किया, चलो घर का ध्यान रखा, बच्चों का ध्यान रखा, everything you've done, but still you don't feel satisfied that what did you do for yourself. So I feel get that satisfaction at the end of the day. I had a fruitful day.
Absolutely.
I got my dreams. That is more important also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To go on your path here, go on your path, not your parents' path, not your friends' path. Make your own path.
Yeah, true. Okay. So, how do you balance your role as a CEO and fitness trainer? And have you faced any priority conflicts?
Absolutely. Oh my God. So I am a very passionate coach. Okay. I love helping people. I love guiding them on their journeys. I love understanding their case. I love designing diets for them that work. I love to see their results. All of that I love. It comes very organically for me. At the same time, I hate doing accounts. Okay. I hate कि अरे यार मुझे ये इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का ध्यान रखना है, ठीक है, एसी बंद करवाना है. I hate कि यार हाउसकीपिंग को बोला है कि ये करो, फिर भी क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो. So typical business problems, all right, okay. I hate having to sit with my accountant and figuring out taxes, and I hate कि यार ये GST का ऑफिसर आ गया, इसको मैं कैसे I hate all of that, right?
Same here.
Yeah, right. So anything creative, I love.
That's what, anything creative, I mean, you're there. But then when it comes to accounts and, everything, I mean,
it stresses me out.
That is not my part.
Yes, absolutely.
Then I would tell my husband, can you please look after it? Can you please talk to the accountant?
Absolutely. Same. So earlier in the first 2, 3, 4 years of me being the CEO, there was this constant conflict in my head that destroyed. Like every night I used to go home and be like, yaar, I have something that I really enjoy. I have other things that I don't really enjoy and whatnot, right? But what ended up happening was I started viewing it very differently. I started viewing it as one thing. So my umbrella goal is to be able to help people as much as I can, right? My umbrella goal, my biggest ultimate goal is to help people at scale being the best version of themselves physically, right? Now, I started with that viewpoint, I started looking at the business side of things as systems that help them achieve that. So, for example, यहाँ आज मेरे बेंच में या बाथरूम में धूल है, people are not going to want to come. Right. And if they don't come, if they don't find a very hygienic place to stay in, they are not going to be able to work out properly. Yeah. Their workout is not going to be the best, right? Similarly, if I don't optimize my my kharcha, okay, if I don't optimize my business expenses, right, it's going to be very difficult for me to chalk out money to put in more towards my trainers' health benefits. So, for example, if I don't take care of my expenses, if my profit margin has shrunk from, let's say, 1 lakh to 50,000, I don't have the extra 50,000 that could possibly help a trainer. I don't have that extra 50,000 that I could have used to get more training for my trainer so that my people could be helped more. So, it's all connected to that one goal. When I started looking at business with that perspective, that it's all connected to, hey, people will not get fitter. Hey, people will not get fitter. Hey, people will not get fitter. That is when I started flowing. So then it was not a priority issue. It was just the whole picture leading up to one thing. That's how I rewired my mindset and my perspective towards it. So, but yeah, for the first 2-3 years, it was absolutely crazy. It was like riding a horse, like riding a chariot, and all the horses are going in different directions, and I'm the only person, and I don't even have a stick. Running a business is like that until you have a lot of years coming in, and then you sort of like blend it all together and tie it in. So
I can relate so much with you, I mean, when I started with the store, I had no clue about how am I going to run the store. I mean, I'm not good at accounts also, and I didn't have any fashion background. So, starting a store like this. So I mean, starting a store like this, a multi-designer store, I'll tell you, I didn't even know how to write a mail.
Wow.
And that is the thing which I had to do when I had to approach designers. I had to talk to them. I had to message them, and convince them. So that is what, I can relate completely with you, that 2-3 years it was just haywire, and then you recognize that, you got to do this, you got to do that.
Yes.
Then now you have to have that business point of view also, right?
Yes.
I mean, definitely it is your passion, but then now when running and when you have a team under yourself, you have to have that business point also. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so I can relate completely with you, the way, and you've put up, I mean, I can.
Oh, I hated it. I think we are very similar in that way. Like we love the creative side of things. We love, but ये जब आता है कि अरे पैसे कितने कमाए और कितने बचाए. I'm not doing it for money, man. But then, yeah, when you realize that that more money is going to fuel your passion, that is when the whole game changes. And then it becomes easier.
Okay. So, can you share some success stories of women who have transformed their lives through fitness, or any story you are you're really proud of?
So, every story, if somebody has lost even 2 kgs, or somebody has improved their running skill by, let's say they were taking 10 minutes to finish a certain kilometer, and now they are taking 9, big or small, I'm super proud of everything, super proud of any progress, right? Because the person has changed. He has been able to produce change, and that's a very big thing for most people. But my best cases come from women, my proudest cases come from women who are, as you said, like they have no confidence.
Right.
They had no confidence that they will be able to do it. Okay. So that set of women who think that they're a gone case. Ke hoga hi nahi.
Yeah.
But they come to the gym anyway.
खुद ही हार गए अंदर से, like, they don't have confidence on themselves.
Yes. They don't have confidence. They join the gym, they come because their parents force them to, or somebody forced them to. But then they have zero confidence. To reverse that, it takes my entire soul out of my system. But to reverse that is the most magical thing, right? So I personally have had a point in my life when I became the CEO, there was so much overwhelm that I gained 30 kgs.
Oh.
30 kgs.
Oh my God.
Okay, I could not work out, I could not diet. I developed a very bad binge eating problem because stress eating all the time. यार 22 साल क्यों कुछ पता ही नहीं है करना है और 50 करोड़ का कंपनी मेरे को दे दिया, क्या करूं? So a lot of binge eating, 30 kgs down, 30 kgs up, and that point, 30 kgs up, I thought I've lost it all. And with women, their self-identity is always tied to their weight. Weight bada matlab they've lost it all. Depression, anxiety, all of that comes in, okay? And it's with 99.99% of the women, okay? Whoever denies it is lying, okay? That's what I believe. So there are a lot of women who have gained a lot of weight or have always been fat, and they think that there is no hope. To reverse that has been magical, and that happens with a few women. Other women that I'm really proud of, you know, there was this case. Her name is Deepika. Okay, Deepika Seth. And Deepika Seth was 75 years old when she came to us, and she had a stent in her heart, right? And she came with a lot of passion, and मैं क्યારે पण नहीं करूँ, अवे मारा बच्चा मोटा થઈ ગયા છે, હવે હું જે જોઈએ તે કરીશ. And that was so inspiring and so refreshing to see कि अब तो मैं करूँगी, अब तो कोई कुछ भी बोले. Now I will do whatever I wanted to do, and whatever I wanted to do was gym and get stronger. I'm like, whoa, okay, let's get started. Within a year, she lifted 70 kgs deadlifts for reps.
Wow.
70 kgs. 20-year-olds can't do that, man.
Wow.
And she got fitter, she lost weight, but it was irrelevant. She never wanted weight loss anyway, but she lost a lot of weight anyway. She got fitter, and she could do step mill like better than most 20-year-olds. These kind of stories, they inspired not just me, but then the whole company.
Yeah.
Right? The whole of my clientele.
That's amazing.
ये कर रहे, तू कौन है? हाथ पैर सब कुछ है. You're in your 20s, 30s, and you're telling me that I can't do it.
Wow.
So it's stories like this that change your perspective towards life.
She's still been so passionate about it.
So right now she's going through a very bad medical condition, but and she's recovering. She's recovering really well. But yeah, so she was passionate for the 8 years that she's been with us. So right now she's in complete bed rest.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, 8 years, not one day. She did not miss one single day.
Wow. So inspiring. Okay. So what project or initiative are you currently working on that excites you, and how do you hope it will impact the fitness industry?
Okay.
Like, I know that you've been doing a lot of things.
Yes.
But what is your current passion?
Oh my god. See, my current passion has so one of my current passions has been my passion ever since I entered the fitness industry, which is to give the gift of better personal training to the people at large, right? So my strength in business is setting up great personal training systems, great result-oriented personal training systems, right? So we had almost 800 people who we were servicing, okay, and that was 800 personal training clients, and out of 800, the result ratio, the result conversion was 100%. Like all 800 people got results.
Wow.
So, and that is what I would want to promote, like, you know, better personal touch towards clients, and that is something that I've been working on. I want to take it to the global scale. I want to take it to I want to make sure that every fitness center all across the country and possibly all across the world has got systems, back-end systems in place, so that, you know, maximum people are able to take the advantage of personal training and are able to get whatever results effectively and as quick as possible, right? So that's been a project, okay, that's been happening. The other thing, the current thing that I am very passionately working on is that I am building an academy for fitness professionals.
Oh, that sounds nice.
So we were taught in schools, and I have a lot of respect for that school that I've been taught in, but then it had major shortcomings. So all fitness schools currently, they teach you just one thing, you know, make your client lift heavy and give your client this and this diet, right? Now, me saying, hey, lift heavy and diet this much is very disconnecting from, you know, it's a disconnect between the coach and the client, because the client knows कि उसको ये करना है, but nobody taught me कि उनका behavior modification कैसे करवाना है. Nobody taught me the psychology side of things, right? That every client is a unique individual with a unique lifestyle, with unique needs and desires, with unique challenges. And coaching is all about understanding those challenges and tailoring your entire workout and tailoring your entire diet accordingly, right? So it is not hard science. What we were taught was hard science, numbers. Okay, कि ये numbers दो, okay, ये इतना ग्राम protein होना चाहिए, इतना ग्राम ये होना चाहिए, ये body है तो. We were taught that clients were like machines and robots, right? And आज तक कोई result ऐसा आया ही नहीं है if you see a client as a robot. You have to see a client as a person.
Yeah.
And you have to focus on the different aspects of the psychology and work around it. And that is what I want to teach most coaches in the business. So my academy, the course that I'm building has got a huge chunk of psychology in it, like how to actually deal with a client when they come to you, because your client is not an athlete or a robot. And of course, a lot of training methods that are new in the market, that are not being taught, a lot of dieting methods that are, that are very unconventional, very different from what people are being told कि ये ही खाना है, right? So basically, this is what I'm working on, and I hope this elevates the industry into making professionals that really, really, really understand their clients and are able to help them a lot better and a lot more effectively. So this is what I'm working on.
Oh, nice. All the best to you for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You'll give something really nice to the city.
Yes. City and possibly to the country. So this I'm planning at a national level, because है ही नहीं यार national level में ऐसा कुछ. So yeah.
Oh, exciting.
Yes.
Here we end our questions. I wish, we could just talk more and I could hear so many things from you still.
I know.
But then with the time constraint, it's time for games.
Okay. Love games.
So, some fun games, which is like, it's all about you. Okay. So, maybe it might be a little embarrassing.
That is okay. I'm never embarrassed.
Yeah, but then it's always good to know about yourself. Right?
Yeah. So usually people are embarrassed of what I say about myself, but I am not.
So you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So what is the one thing that annoys you the most?
People with limiting beliefs. कि मेरे से ये होगा ही नहीं. Right? I am not this person. I am not good at this. I am not good at this. If you're not good, you're not a tree. You can move and change things. If you're not good at something, then be good at it.
Yeah.
Right. So especially when, so what annoys me the most is especially when a team member comes to me and tells me that, Nilparna ma'am, no, I'm not good at making this creative, so I can't do it. What do you mean? Get better. It's simple.
Yeah.
So that is what annoys me the most right now.
Okay. 3 things that you're bad at.
Okay. One would be accounts. Very bad at. I mean, yeah, I'm bad at. As I said, like from the previous question, I got better at it, but then I'm still pretty bad at it. Second thing that I want to keep being bad at is organizing my house. I have 18-hour work days. I cannot go back and think about कि अरे यार इसको अच्छे से fold करके रखना है. Very bad at it. Third thing that I'm bad at is being socially appropriate. I am not socially appropriate, yaar. I can get into a cafe and say something really inappropriate, whatever. I have no filters. Absolutely no filters. And I choose to be bad at it. I want to present myself as raw and as organically as possible, which may not be very good for a lot of people around me. But then, yeah, I'm very bad at being socially appropriate.
Okay. So what's the most annoying song you have ever heard? Annoying song.
I don't know. Probably it's like Gangnam Style. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand song with no lyrics and no meaning, no heads and tails to it. Like I can't just like dance to a tune. It has to have some meaning. So yeah, something like that.
Okay. A scale of 1 to 10 rate. Like rate yourself, your fashion sense.
0. Oh God, 0. So, oh shit. So one of the three things that I'm bad at, fashion. How do I forget? So fashion has never been a priority for me. Okay, it was a priority at one time, and right now it is not a priority. I love fashion. I can appreciate fashion. I can appreciate fashion. So back in 10th grade, I wanted to be the editor-in-chief of Vogue. Okay, like Anna Winston was my, she was like, I have to be like her, all of that, right? Like I was an avid reader of all fashion magazines and everything fashion. But then right now, given that I'm so passionate about fitness and work, I really don't get the time. Like I don't get the time to even try on clothes when I'm EA. So you'll always find me in a very similar attire, so that I don't have to think about what to wear. Right. All right. But that is my job. Like that is what my job calls for. If my job needed a lot of fashion, then I would have prioritized it. But right now it's zero.
So and then Ajiliyaa is there.
Absolutely. I look at you and I'm like, "Arey yaar, thoda to acha." I swear to God. If I stand next to you, it's going to be very difficult getting a picture clicked with her, because I'll be like, "Kya kaise?"
No, but frankly, I'll tell you that, it's not what you wear. It's how you wear it.
Yes.
So your confidence matters a lot.
True.
I mean, rather than, wearing a brand or something, but then how you wear it is most important.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that, I think you have that very well in you. I mean, you can carry yourself well, whatever you wear.
Thank you so much.
And of course, as I said, Ajiliyaa is there.
Absolutely.
If you need any help anytime.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what's the word fitness fashion trend you've ever tried to pull off?
So, before I knew better, I also was one of the person that touted being skinny, right? And I loved being skinny. I loved losing weight. Okay, that was before I got into strength training. And I sort of promoted a lot of that, like, diet hard and, eat less and train and keep training and, losing weight. So I think, the entire weight loss, get skinny thing was something that I misled people with. So it shouldn't do, very unhealthy.
Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever posted on social media?
But there were so many. Oh God, so many. So the thing with me is I post something and then I don't realize that it's embarrassing, and my people I have a wonderful team. Okay, I have a wonderful team who show me the mirror. Okay, and everybody under me, I keep them very comfortable. Like they're my friends. I never make them feel like I'm their yeah, and they all. They have to call me Nilparna and not madam. They have to they should never knock my door, knock my cabin's door when they come. So I keep that environment, right? Like I'm there to help you guys, man. You guys do whatever you want to do. I'm there to help you.
Right.
Okay, I'm your friend and not your dictator, right? And that so they come to me and they बहुत गाली पड़ती है, बहुत डांट पड़ती है, मुझे उनसे बहुत डांट पड़ती है. क्या पोस्ट किया, ये क्या कर दिया, this is not, you're not looking good, look at your hair. So I don't realize that it is embarrassing, but my people come and tell me all the time कि क्या है ये, बाल तो ठीक करो, थोड़ा तो मेकअप कर लेते. मैम यार, what is this यार, आपका नेल पॉलिश उखड़ा हुआ है. So I think a lot of my posts have that. But then the most embarrassing thing that I posted on social media was very recently. Like I was trekking and I tried to jump off and I fell and I fell very, very, very bad. So I think that has been the most embarrassing thing, and I got a lot of heat from my people कि नहीं post करते ये सब मजाक उड़ाते हैं. Like, okay, cool.
Okay. So, have you ever tried to be funny in the middle of any serious discussions or meetings?
Oh, yeah. Oh, all the time. Oh my God. In serious discussions, I cannot think without being funny. Especially, yeah, the company is struggling with so and so, and this client has this major complaint right now. And the situation is very heavy, very tense, and everybody is super worried. What's going to happen? And I always make sure that I lighten the environment by saying something like super funny, interpreting it as a completely different thing. And I think that's important. That's important. Otherwise, your brain is going to have that mental block.
Yeah. And everybody around you also as well. I mean,
yes. It's always, no matter what the situation in life is. I think even in the most dire circumstances in life, you are supposed to make fun out of it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to think about it clearly.
True. So, okay, this is going to be fun for me now.
Okay.
Your first impressions of me.
Oh my God. I remember this. So we were at an event. I think I've told you this, I've told a lot of people this. So, Surat mein strong personality women, like women with strong personality, are absent. Absent. All right. I can count on my fingers the number of women who you look at and go like, who is that? You'll find a lot of beautiful women. Okay, no doubt. You'll find a lot of pretty, beautiful, excellent fashion. You'll find a lot of women like that. But you never look at a woman and think that, holy shit, who is she? I mean, she's strong. She is intimidating, like in a good way. In a good way. She is intimidating. I would want to know her. And I think you are probably the only woman who I saw and went like, who is she? Who is she? And somebody told me, I think Meena ma'am was there with me in that event, and Meena was like, she's Ajita Italiya. Like, I want to talk to her. She is incredible. And after I spoke to you, like, you know, you were this person like with incredible charm and incredible, with the strongest aura any woman in Surat has, no doubt. Okay.
Thank you.
And you were carrying yourself so gracefully and this and that, and I thought going up to you and speaking to you would be you would be very unapproachable. All right. And I'm sure a lot of people, because you were like spick and span and you were very unapproachable. I went to you and you were like the most warm and loving person. You were just a sweetheart. I was like, dude, she's amazing. She's amazing. And then I looked you up, and then I looked you up. You had Ajiliyaa, and you cycled Spiti, and I was mind blown. I was mind blown. I've had nothing but respect for you ever since that day. Ever since that day. I think it was an event in Monsoon that I first saw you in. And it was mind blown. You're truly one of the few women, you know, who I have deep respect for in the city.
Thank you so much. So that was interesting. So, and now it's time for another game.
Okay.
So this is like the first word. I'll say a word, and the first word that comes to your mind listening to that.
Okay.
So here it goes. Strength.
Women. Yeah.
Guilty pleasure.
Monster.
Discipline.
Overrated.
Dance.
Flow.
Business. So many things coming in your mind.
So many things. Creativity.
Vacation.
Mental reset. 2 words, sorry.
Netflix.
Pause. Yes.
Pause in everything, right?
Pause in everything.
Okay, so that was nice as well. So thank you so much, Nilparna, for sharing your stories and insights. It was thoroughly inspiration. And you guys know the drill. Subscribe and wait for the next exciting episode of Women of Ajiliyaa. Take care.